Good afternoon, guys. And I know we're also shut in because of this whole virus thing. So I'm just checking in to make sure everybody's doing okay. Not only that, but I am making us some comfort food. Us, I meaning me and my family. I am baking biscuits from scratch. Yes, you heard me, biscuits from scratch, and it's really very easy. And it goes a little something like this if you're interested. So if you'd like to see, like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment down below. And yeah, let's swap some recipes. So here we go. Let's start. I'm going to adjust you guys so you guys can see what I'm doing down here. So in this bowl, I have 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour. Now the actual recipe calls for self-rising flour, but because I do not have self-rising flour, I have all-purpose flour. So what I'm going to do to make this all-purpose flour self-rising is just very simple. I am going to add to it 1 teaspoon of salt, if I can find it. Yep, here we go. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of Morton salt to it. And then I'm going to add, some people may say this is too much, but I think it makes my biscuits nice and just wonderful. I add a whole tablespoon of baking powder to it because that's a lot of flour. So I add a whole tablespoon of baking powder, not baking soda, baking powder, guys. So that is going to give my flour that self-rising, and now it won't be all-purpose because I've added those 2 extra ingredients. Okay. So now the next thing we're going to have to do is you're going to need a whole stick of softened butter or margarine. Here I have, I believe this is Blue Bonnet, I think, I'm not sure. And you want to cube it up. I'm going to show you what I mean by cube it up, because it has to be mashed into the flour. So you just want to cube it up like so. And don't worry, guys, my hands are clean. I have been washing my hands and sanitizing so much. Ugh. And you're just going to add that into your flour mixture here. The softened cubed butter or margarine. Okay, and it has to be soft, guys. Soft. Leave it out room temperature. Like if you had it in the freezer, leave it out room temperature for, I don't know, 20 30 minutes or so until it's really, really soft. Okay, so it calls for 1 whole stick of butter or margarine. Okay, so the next thing you do, you can use a fork, and it's really, really easy, guys. You just mash that butter or softened margarine into the flour until it becomes almost like cornmeal-ish. And you'll see the texture that I'm talking about once I'm done doing this. And it doesn't take long at all, but you want to incorporate, all of that butter or margarine into the flour. You want to make sure all of that flour gets coated with that butter. That is what's going to make your biscuits so darn tasty. You see how I'm mashing and stirring at the same time. I'm mashing and stirring, making sure to incorporate it all into that flour. And you see the look that it gets kind of like a mealy or cornbready type look. And that's how you know that you got all of your butter incorporated into your flour. Okay, and plus it'll turn the flour will turn a light pale yellow color. Okay, so I believe we have it all incorporated nicely. So the next thing we have to do is add 1 cup of cold milk to this. So give me 1 second, I'll grab the milk. And you need 1 cup. It can be whole milk, it can be 2% milk, it can be 1% milk, it can be almond milk. Whatever kind of milk you want to add 1 whole cup, just like that. And you just want to stir to combine. You don't want to overwork the dough because you'll make your biscuits really, really tough. Just want to give it just a couple of turns just to make sure that milk is incorporated into your dry mixture. Just a few more turns because I see a couple of dry spots down there, but okay. Great. So this is what your dough should look like. Just like this. Okay. So we're going to preheat our oven to 450 degrees because it has to bake at 450 degrees. I am going to use a cast iron skillet to bake my my biscuits. So you want to either use a scoop or a quarter cup measuring cup to dip out your biscuit batter into your cast iron skillet. And this is the cast iron skillet that I am using right here. So let's see if I can get a really good shot of me putting the biscuits in there. And I'm going to open my window a little bit because today is such a nice day, and sometimes my oven likes to I know I've cleaned it a few times, but it likes to smoke a little bit. I don't want my fire alarm going off. So I'm going to use my ice cream scoop. And I am just going to scoop out about this much. And just place it into my ungreased cast iron skillet. And it's okay if they touch. It's not a big deal. Pardon me. And no, guys, I didn't cough in the batter. So I hope you guys can really see what I'm doing here. I made this will be my third time making these biscuits, and the biscuits come out so fluffy and so yummy and flaky. They're so good. Okay guys, so I have about 8 in the pan. They don't look quite appetizing right now, but I promise you they will be in about 18 minutes. So these have to cook in a cast iron skillet in the oven that's preheated to 450 for 18 minutes. So we're going to stick it in there. And I will see you guys back in 18 minutes so we can see what they look like. Alright guys. Drop some comments down below and let me know what kind of baked goods you guys have been baking, what you've been doing, what kind of meals you've been making. Are you making anything special, or are you just saying just forget it, I'm just not gonna bake, I'm just not gonna, you know, I'm just gonna just store buy everything. I just got into really like baking everything as of lately, just because, you know, not all stores, some stores have been price gouging and it's just been really annoying to deal with. So I just decided, you know, heck, you know, I might as well, you know, I might as well bake. So that's what I'm gonna do. So that's what I've been doing, guys. I've even baked bread, and I think I have a video up of me baking bread. If not, it will be up. I'm even gonna do one on making something called sweet bread, and that should be like really, really yummy. So yeah guys, so I'll see you guys back in about 16 minutes. All right. Okay guys, so it's been about 18 minutes, okay? And this is what they are looking like. They're not as brown as you may want them, but you can put them back in the oven for a little while, maybe about another minute or so with the oven off, and you know, and get them a little bit browner. But this is how I check to see if they are done. I use a toothpick and I stick it right into the biscuit, and if it comes out clean, oops, it means they're done. And it looks like mine are done. So the next thing that I like to do, this is just me personally, you don't have to do this. If you're fond of your biscuits like that, great. But what I like to do is I like to butter my biscuits and then put them back into the oven for a few more minutes. Well, for another minute or so. Again, with the oven off. It won't be baking, but it will just be really just kind of like browning and setting that butter in. On top of the other butter, margarine, all that good yummy fat stuff that we've put in there already. But guys, when I tell you these are the best biscuits, my kids love them. Mark loved them. Everybody in my family just loved them. My mom, my sister, everybody just fell in love with these biscuits. And they kept saying, "You made these biscuits? You made these biscuits?" I'm like, I was starting to feel some kind of way. After about the 4th or 5th time, I said, yes, I made these darn biscuits. And I was starting to feel like, you know, like they didn't think I knew what I was doing. So, okay. So I'm going to put them back in the oven with the oven off. Okay, people. Look how pretty my biscuits turned out. Look how pretty. Look how pretty. Look how pretty my biscuits turned out. They came out good. And then they kind of look like big behind crab cakes, but these are big behind yummy, good biscuits. And again, guys, the recipe was very easy to follow. 2 1/4 cup of self-rising flour. If you do not have self-rising flour, don't fret. Use all-purpose flour, but make sure to add in 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 whole tablespoon of baking powder, not soda. Make sure you add a whole stick of butter or margarine softened into the flour. Work it through with a fork or a pastry smasher. I can't think of what the hell it's called right now, but you know what I mean. And then once you have the flour and the butter all incorporated, you add your 1 cup of milk of your choice, and then you mix until all ingredients are combined. You don't have to mix for a very long time, maybe about 10 to 15 seconds. And then you use a scoop or a spoon and spoon it into a cast iron skillet. Make sure it's cast iron skillet, a cast iron skillet, or it may work, it may not. I've only tried it with the cast iron skillet. Then you're going to bake it on 450 for 18 to 20 minutes, and then boom, you got yourself some homemade biscuits, boo, to go with whatever you are cooking. So that's all I got for right now, guys. I will probably see you at dinner time, and drop me a message down at the bottom if you are going to make these biscuits, or if you made these biscuits, or you have a better biscuit recipe. Let me know, because I'm willing to try anybody's recipe right about now. We don't know how long we're going to be contained in for this whole coronavirus, but I'm gonna rock with y'all. Y'all rock with me. So subscribe, like, and share, guys. As always, much love from Baltimore. Everybody be safe. Catch you on the next one.